guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we are going to do a rainbow showcase on this Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. They literally just got their Easy on Global, so we are just getting unloaded with like a million new units right now and a ton of content. So literally when I'm recording this, we just had like the normal like daily login rewards come up, and they just announced all the info for Dragon Ball Heroes, and so the Dragon Ball Heroes actual banner is going to drop like 5 or 6 hours from now. So, but they did right away. They dropped the EZA for Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. And then there's a couple of more of the Hero Extermination Plan EZA. So we got the physical Gohan support unit, which is really hype. I'm really glad to get him. And then there's a physical Vegeta. So I'm going to crank out these showcases tonight. They're probably not all going to drop at once, but I'm getting them all done tonight, and then when Heroes drops, I'll be able to get some stuff on that because we've got like a bajillion units coming with Heroes, right? So, Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, I think they're actually like a really good unit. This unit is really valuable as well because like literally everybody can obtain this unit. They're from the Friend banner, and they're like a really incredibly valuable unit to get from the Friend banner. So, first of all, their passive is Super Type Allies Key 3, HP, Attack, and Defense 130 when team includes all 5 Super Types, that's solid. Like if you're like, let's say you're like a really new player and you get this guy in the Friend Summon and you get just a good enough team to kind of build him up, like this leader skill can get you by for a while, right? And then their super attack raises attack and defense for 1 turn, does colossal damage and seals. Sealing is very good for Super Battle Road. This is a very good Super Battle Road unit, by the way. And then the 18 key is raises attack and defense for 1 turn, and then, raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage, and raises super class allies attack by 30% for 2 turns. So they are a 30% attack support if they attack before the rest of your rotation. Then their passive is attack and defense 70%. Super class allies key 4 and defense 50. So like just a flat out 4 key support with 50% defense, plus if they super, then they're doing 30% attack. Like that's a pretty godly support ability, not gonna lie. Like especially if you're running LRs that really need the key, having a 4 key support is pretty crazy. Plus an additional attack plus 58%, and launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super when attacking extreme class enemies, and extreme class enemies defense minus 70, that's a huge number, right? So I am going to set us up in a situation where we are only going to be fighting extreme class enemies, so we'll try that out there, and you can see I've got him linked up a little bit, but nothing too crazy there, right? So we are running him on the Defenders of Justice team, so Videl's team. He's a great fit on that team because really the best way to run Videl's team is to just run Videl on each rotation and just support the heck out of her and just let her train wreck everything. So this team is just flooded with supports. Now obviously we're going to play it a little different because we're showcasing the Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. So we are actually going to be running them on rotation. So we'll go ahead and attack through here. Now this free-to-play STR Great Saiyaman and Videl card that I have on the end there, they're the ones I'm actually going to link up with them. I believe they share 5 out of 7 links. So, and we are running Infinite Dragon Ball History for this one. This is kind of my favorite stage to do showcases on if I need extreme class enemies. It's pretty much like the Legendary Goku event. It's a long event, but we are guaranteed all extreme class. We can still build up and do the things we need to do, right? So here's a very nice double supported turn. We're getting Hero of Justice and Shattering the Limit. Hero of Justice, I'm pretty sure, is a pretty good link. It's just a hard one to get off, right? Yeah, 25% attack, and then at level 10 it has a crit chance of 5%. But on Defenders of Justice, you can actually activate this. If you can activate it, it's a really good link. So you can see here, just start of turn, we're just starting out. We're just starting out at an 18 key super. And obviously it's because I'm flooding him with support, but he's giving 4 key. This Gohan here is giving, what, 3 key? Let me double check here. This Gohan is giving, 3 key. And then our Demon Goddess Toa is also giving 3 key. So pretty ridiculous. By the way, this Demon Goddess Toa, I'm very glad I rainbowed her last year. I think she's going to fit in really well with some of the new Heroes units that we're getting. I think she could work really well with like the Rubel, the Poutine, the Meki Kabura, like units like that. I think she could like gel really well with them. So I think it could be really interesting, and maybe even the brainwashed Toa as well, like doing like a villain side of it, like and then plus linking her up with the AGL Toa is probably going to be a ridiculous rotation, even though they're both support units. I don't know. I'm kind of interested to test that out. Alright, so anyways, we're focusing on Great Saiyaman here. So, where are we at defensively turn 1? Dude, like 200k start a turn? Now, I know we are flooding in support here, but 200k start a turn is good, and he's greatly raising attack and defense on super, so he's going to be well over 200k defense here, which is perfectly acceptable. What kind of attack stat are we getting? Yeah, 3.4 mil. Like, dude, 3.4 mil. This is a friend summon unit. This is like literally a free, very easy to obtain unit. Like, absolutely bananas. So, yeah, we're putting up a 3.4 million attack stat while giving 4 key and 50% defense to the rotation. I would call that pretty busted. Pretty good. So, I think the best use of this Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, like, they're not on a crazy amount of teams, but I would say this Videl Hero of Justice team is like an excellent fit for them. And then on Buu Saga, they can work out really well on Buu Saga. Because even if they're not like linking great with the team, they work really well. I feel like the best use of this unit is as a floating support unit. And you just let them float in slot 3, and them giving defense to the whole rotation is going to make your rotation tankier, right? And then in slot 3, they're guaranteed to get a super up before they get hit. So they're going to be like one of those good slot 3 support units that isn't going to just like get you killed, right? It's not like running physical Kid Buu in slot 3. They're actually defensively capable, which is very, very cool. And once again, it's just so awesome that they're free, and they work so well on this Defenders of Justice team, right? Alright, so now we've got like the Link set Supreme here. So yeah, we've got 5 out of 7 Links. We're only missing Supreme Power and Legendary Power, which isn't that bad. And look at this, start of turn, 24 key. Like, don't even need to grab anything. It's not very often that you hop in with an LR and they're just sitting at 24 key. Like, that's pretty rare, actually. Okay, 3.7, like almost 4 mil. Like, that's really good. What was it? I was just showcasing another unit, and I was like, oh yeah, I was just showcasing that, Super Battle Road Trunks, and I couldn't even get him up to 4 mil, and he just seemed so mid. He was like 200-ish K defense, like in the, you know, high 2 to like 3 mil range. Like 3.5 was pretty much like his cap, and that was like, you know, setting him up perfectly and everything. And here's this like, this just like friend summon unit that's outputting better. Like, this guy's just hands down better than that Trunks. Now granted, this guy's on his EZA and the Trunks isn't, so I think that's the saving grace for that Trunks, is that Trunks is going to EZ at some point, and then he's going to be ridiculous. It's just unfortunate on global that basically just like on launch he's just kind of already a little dated. And part of the problem with that, I talked about it in the Trunks video, is that it just took way too long for these Super Battle Road stages that came out, and there's just been so much power creep since he was originally released on JP that he's just very mid, right? Just very mid-level, very average, like he's just okay. Whereas this Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, I'm feeling really good, like pressing the buttons with this unit. I'm feeling really good about the numbers I'm seeing with them. He's a unit I see myself running a lot on teams. That's the other thing with that Trunks. It's like there's so many better Trunkses and Hybrid Saiyans that you would run. I'm not really sure where I would want to run that Trunks card, that Trunks and Bulma. I mean, it's the one where he's driving with Bulma, right? The card is just called Trunks, but might as well be Trunks and Bulma. I mean, having it be just Trunks does help him, because adding Bulma to the name would like ruin his categories and his links. So I think I'm fine with that. All right, so what are we gonna get here? 3.9. Yeah, he's looking pretty darn good right here. And then 2.5 here. Hold up, I'm gonna check his passive again. Did I even go over his passive? I'm telling you guys, it's so crazy busy right now, like with heroes and stuff coming out. I'm just like, all right, got to get these videos out. Like last night I stayed up and I did a couple because they did like a bunch of reveals for passives. And then the next morning I'm like thinking about the video and I'm like, oh, there's like 2 I missed because they weren't out yet, and I just was trying to get them out quick. Hold up, let me go over his passive. Did I like not even go over? I don't even think I went over his passive. That's why I'm going crazy here. Oh no, I did go over his passive, but I'm trying to figure out why his attack keeps going up. Because he's not stacking. This isn't stacking. Yeah, this is 1 turn. It just must be like my links in like those particular rotations were just a little bit better, because it just seemed like every turn I'm just creeping up more and more attack, right? Alright, so we'll just let Videl go crazy here. I know it's weird I'm keeping the two Videls on rotation. If you guys haven't seen many of my showcases, I'm really just trying to keep my main unit on optimal rotations with floating supports all the time. So a lot of times I'll just take the leader, and if they're not a support unit, I'll just bunch them together like this. I'm aware she's not linking. Although, Videl is a unit that can get away with not linking at all because her link set is so bad anyways. She really just rides her passive anyway. So she doesn't really get hurt that bad from not linking up. So actually running this double Videl rotation is fine. Now, like I said, if you're realistically running this team, you put one Videl on each rotation and just smother her in support. And that's really what you do, which this LR Great Saiyaman would be a part of. Like, this exact team build I have, I think is a perfectly fine team build. I'm just not running the rotations correctly because I want to keep my guy on rotation, right? Alright, well, I kind of want to get a turn where, like, his attack isn't still going up, and I just want to see some consistent numbers from him before we end the video. So let's get one or two more turns here. Okay. And there is some variance in the supports. Like, they all have different amounts of passives, so that must be. So yeah, 190. So he's hovering around 200k defense every turn, start a turn. Let's grab this attack stat here and see what we got. Okay. And Cell's going to heal. Yep. Which is fine. 3.7. Okay, so now we're hovering back. So basically, if you have this guy run, like with optimal support and rotations, he's in the 3.5 to 4 mil range, which, like I said, for a just really easy to obtain friend banner unit is pretty insane, which this makes me like extremely excited because I really want to get the future Android in 17. Well, technically they're not called future, but they should be. But the friend summon AGL LR Android 17 and 18, they are super old. They're like, I think literally the first LR in the game. I think on one of the versions, that was actually the first ever released LR, and I think the other, so it was either on JPR Global, and then on the other version, I think it was Prime Battle Goku. I don't remember which one it was, but I'm pretty sure that was like literally like one of the first LRs ever released. If it not the first, it was one of the earlier ones. And it's kind of funny that the other two friend summon LRs both have EZAs, but not them yet. So I was kind of thinking, like, when JP just had the AGL Trunk celebration, I really felt good, like, really thought that they were going to get it there, but they didn't. Now, people have kind of noticed that now that we're done with the EZAs for the 120 leads, like, kind of like the next in line would be Tech Vegito Blue and Strength Rose, which if they're going to keep them in order, they could. Or they could just treat them like category leads and just throw them on a celebration where they fit. But I do feel like there's a decent chance that there could be another Future Saga celebration coming up soon because they've slowly been buffing it. And I feel like we're due for a big time Future Saga where we get like a new maybe LR Zamasu or something, right? And then like we could EZA the Tech Vegito Blue, we could EZA the Rose, we could EZA the Tech Goku Black and Zamasu. Like, I really feel like that celebration is coming, and as a part of that Future Saga, I think that Android 17 and 18 could EZA as well. I do feel like that's something that is coming sooner rather than later. Don't know when, but I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm having that Dokkan itch that that's a celebration that's coming soon. So 184k defense, so we dipped a little bit there, but you know, he doesn't stack, so he's staying very consistent. It's just differing based on the support units we're running, right? So we'll make this the last turn here. Let's see how we tank this hit here. And this is before supering. So we're probably going to get hit. Yeah, 129k isn't the greatest. But yeah, and then 3.7. Like, the way that this unit is not struggling for ki, the way that they're hitting, like, very solid attack numbers, like, they're putting up good enough attack and defense numbers that you could argue that they could be run as an on-rotation unit, right? Even though I see them more as a floating support, like, you could definitely justify running them on rotation. Like, you could run him on rotation with Videl as like a 1-2 punch, right? And I think Videl is really good in slot 1. You run them in slot 2. He's going to be giving Videl 50% defense and 4 ki. Because once in a while, Videl actually can struggle for ki a little bit. So, like, you run them on rotation together and you're golden, right? So anyways, guys, let me know what you think of this Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. I am extremely impressed. I think they're a very good, very valuable unit. I see myself using them quite a bit in the future. So anyways, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.